Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things, finally getting back with another video. Shortly after the TWSBI matcha was released and I bought it and received mine, of course they came out with another one and I was like, I just wanted to raise the white flag of surrender. I find them to be quite reliable and I enjoy the different colors. So I therefore have to tell myself, you don't need to buy any more. You have several. And yet, when they showed this one, the Serpentine, I was like, okay, I give up. I'm going to buy it. I just couldn't resist it. I thought that the pictures that I was seeing online were absolutely amazing. I'd never seen anything like it from TWSBI. So let's see what this one looks like. I am happy to see some of the orange swirl here. That is so pretty. Ooh, yeah, this is nice. This is a pretty pen. I would like to see more of that orange color, as I had started out saying, and probably got down a rabbit trail with my thoughts. When they showed the one at the TWSBI site, it seemed to have more of this. I've noticed watching several videos online that these are quite different from pen to pen. And some of them don't have any of that coppery orange color, which I thought looked so pretty with these bronze elements. But I'm very happy with this. Yes, I would like a little more of that, but I certainly love this little facet right here. It's got some creamy looking, there's a little bit like what looks almost like a gray. There's some of the orange copper. I'm not really sure what color to call that. It's not like a bright orange. So I'll just say orange copper. Loving the variation of color in this though. And then here on this side, a little more monochromatic, but not really totally, but not quite the striking difference as that. So yeah, very, very pretty. That's kind of fun on the one side. Like if you go from the front where the clip is to the back, the one side is much more marbled looking in bigger pieces. And then this side is a little more subtle, or at least a couple of the facets are a little more subtle. I do really like this one. A little off center. I got the broad nib. So you probably know, I'm sure you've seen them, but all the hardware is bronze. And I really, really like this hardware on the TWSBI pens. I will show you most of my collection. Oh, another bronze in the espresso. And then in the cafe, there is also bronze. Loved this. That was one of those that came out. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to have that. And then they came out with that. And of course I had to have that. And then my nice friend Elise had an extra and sent me this one. This one is rose gold, but I think they look quite similar. There's just that subtle, more pinky tone, and it looks very pretty on that pen, but I'm a huge fan. If I had to pick, I would pick the bronze. And then let's look at the matcha. The more recent other purchase is the steel hardware. Also the steel, the bronze band here, where on this variation, it's all one molded piece. So it's fun to see them together, but where is this one going to fit in? I almost think it belongs after the white and gray, because this is a mix of white and gray and green and orange. I had to rotate these all down, but I won't do that now because I'm planning on, of course, putting some ink in this, and I just have to decide which one to use. So I will do a couple swatchings of various inks, come back, and we will make a decision together. Starting out with Robert Oster Maroon Mustard. I thought this could possibly be a fun match of sorts. Another one is a stretch, certainly not a match as much as a contrasting color, except that the little bit of orange coppery color. Guessing, really kind of thinking it's looking a little more orange, but not in a bright popping way, more of a grayed orange. So let's see how that dries. Next is one of my all-time favorite understated inks, and it's this Monteverde Jade Noir. This is my second bottle of this. It's I've only done that really one other time, and that's with Tex-Mex when I bought a second bottle. I'm trying to use inks that I actually have a bottle of. Oftentimes I'm experimenting with my many beautiful samples that I have so kindly been given, which I love doing. But I want to focus on something that I have my own bottle of for this pen. Did I mention this? This is the Van Diemen's Cradle Mountain Gray. And then this is Jolly Rancher, another Monteverde ink that came with my Pirates Booty Fire and Brine pen, I believe it's called, from Pen Chalet, that my husband surprised me with. So, if I said Jolly Rancher, I'm sorry, it's Jolly Roger. I always want to say Jolly Rancher because of the candy. Oh my goodness. So, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Question is, will any of them be quite right, or do I need to look further? Just seeing those together, what would you choose? I really actually am quite drawn to that swirling of the darker color within the looks like this. It seems to be kind of a fun, pretty close match, at least at that part of the pen. This would be a great contrast. Not quite dry, but I don't think that one is quite what I'm looking for. And then the Monteverde Jade Noir, pretty dark green, which is a wonderful color, writes so well in so many pens, but not quite what I'm picking up on in this pen. And then Van Diemen's Cradle Mountain Gray. I'm actually quite surprised how brown it's coming across on this MD paper. I've never really noticed it to look like that in writing. It's always much more gray. Here it seems to be a brown toned color more than a gray. Kind of neat, but it could work. Whoopsie. But almost seems just a little off. And then the Jolly Roger, of course, would be perfect to pick up on these black elements. And I actually don't have a pen currently inked with black, and I do like having just a basic black on hand. I'm noticing some little fuzzy stuff. Need to kind of wipe this off. So I would have to say it's going to be Jolly Roger or Maroon. Which one do you like? I like this color a lot. I have mixed results with it depending on the pen. But that just really strikes a chord with me too. So I'll give that a few minutes thought, and then we will have a surprise reveal of which one I chose. So I have written with my dip pen with each of these inks. So we have the maroon mustard, the Martian, Jade Noir, Cradle Mountain Gray, and Jolly Roger. Hi, I'm back, and I have picked a winner, Robert Oster Maroon Mustard. I just couldn't get away from how the darker tones in that lighter mid-tone brown worked so well together in picking up these lighter spots. I did try to start writing, and I had a little bit of a burp with my ink. So I just kind of swatched that out and made sure it was okay with this. But let's try actual writing. And we have the TWSBI Eco in broad. This is the Serpentine color. This is working really well together. As I mentioned, sometimes I find this ink to be a little bit dry in some pens, but on this MD paper and this broad nib TWSBI, looks like we're doing great. And this is Robert Oster Maroon Mustard. This is perfect. It's a wet writing pen. The nib seems to be cooperating perfectly. No complaints whatsoever. Seems to be working just super well. Good pairing. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye.